I really want you to become better with investing, with personal finance, so that you can actually have that financial future that you've worked so hard for. That's what this YouTube channel is really all about. But there's a few things that we need to do in order to get back to basics. And I'd love to talk more about investing in an IRA, a 401k plan. These are all very important things, and I'm going to continue to do all of these things. We'll talk about stocks and bonds, the whole thing. There's a lot that falls under the financial education umbrella, which is what this YouTube channel is about. But right now, I want to bring it back to some basics, and that's about what you're consuming in financial news. I was on a panel today basically about fake news and how it impacts business decisions and how it impacts business owners. And it's really a critical topic. And I was really pleased with how the panel, how the whole conversation came out. And there were a couple of takeaways that I want to share with you that I think would be very helpful to everybody in terms of getting back to basics and making sure that we are all being the responsible financial news consumers that we are. How do you know? How do you trust? You have to verify everything. You have to read from different sources. It's very difficult to be an educated news consumer today because it takes work. Part of operating a democracy is literacy. And it takes work to understand the news. So I'm thinking about your 401k plans. So when you see somebody like Elon Musk of Tesla, when he puts out a tweet for $420 a share that Tesla will be bought out, and then he puts out another tweet funding secured, and the stock is down almost 50% from that point, that affects all of us. That someone who has a fiduciary responsibility to the public through that. The journalists I speak with, I speak with a lot of them. These people are rock solid about getting accurate news. First thing is this, when you read information, go to more than one source for your information. Read a couple of sources, a couple of different media outlets, and reputable media outlets, established media outlets. I know that seems very obvious, but in a world where TV news limits subjects to about 2 minutes, and your typical written article is about 400 or 500 words, you're really not getting enough information. What you're really doing is you're getting a lot of quick sound bites, and I really want you to get more information that'll actually help you out in making better financial decisions. The other thing I want to talk to you about is this. Be wary of companies that jump on the hot bandwagon. For example, when blockchain was all the rage, there's a company called Long Island Blockchain on Long Island. I'm sorry, it was called Long Island Iced Tea Company, and they changed their name to Long Island Blockchain, and the stock took off like a rocket. And it's hard to believe that people still fall for those things in this day and age, but it does happen. So when you see some company change their name to, they get into the pot business, they change their name, they're changing their whole business, and all these announcements come out, please be wary of that. I know it sounds silly, but these pump and dump schemes, people still fall for them. Okay, so the last thing is this. Be wary of corporate executives of publicly traded companies that really talk up the price of their company stock. These people are supposed to have, in my opinion, a fiduciary responsibility to the public in terms of what they can say and what they can't say regarding their company, because investors like us are relying on their thoughts, what they say, in order to make an informed decision. So an example would be recently Elon Musk of Tesla. Now, I have a great deal of respect for what this individual has achieved, but the issue that I have is he recently put out a tweet that him and a group of investors, some from the Middle East, as I recall, are going to take over the company for $420 a share. And then he put out a tweet where he said, funding secured. And, the stock went up to $389, it's high. It never got above that, but right now that all this news is passed, the stock is roughly, over $100 lower than that all-time high. And as usual, investors are left holding the bag. And I really hate when that happens. So let's all become better at personal finance and, better at investing, because we're going to read better content. We're going to really become better consumers of financial news. And that's what today's video is all all about. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My contact information can be found at my website, ClientFirstStrategy.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.